Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Stock Market Update video. This is where we do analysis on the overall markets and the direction of the market for QQQs, as well as the 7 mega cap techs, Meta, Tesla, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Apple, and Nvidia. We'll be doing analysis on those and their support and resistance levels to help us give some more clues for where the market is heading next week. All right, so let's get started on the Qs first. So currently, I'm still a bull as long as our uptrend is still intact. We're currently in a pretty much everything is an uptrend other than the short-term time frames. So as long as bulls are continuing to slowly grind up, I'm gonna stay a bull until they show me otherwise. But I'm still gonna be a cautious bull at this spot at the moment because we've just been grinding up very, very slowly. Like every day, it just barely doing anything, and the rotation every pop gets sold off, and we just haven't really had a nice trending day or anything. Even on Thursday, right, we had that gap up, and everything got sold off right in the morning. And yeah, I think we gapped up like 1.5% or something at least, and then we got sold off everything. And it popped a little bit, and then we made a 4-hour lower high, but we haven't confirmed a 4-hour downtrend yet. So if we start confirming 4-hour downtrends here, right, this is the initial move. This is the lower high being set, pivot, and now we're just kind of double bottom here. We did kind of peaked a little bit underneath it, but I wouldn't count that as a downtrend until maybe Monday or something. We may get some potential follow through here. And that would be notable because 4-hour EMA 12 has been acting as support. You can see this teal looking line. That's an exponential moving average 12 has been bouncing off of it over at least 6 times already. And now we have closed under it for the first time. And you can count this as a slight back test, right? Came under it, kind of popped back above it and didn't get over it and came below it. And we sold a little bit off after hours because of Nvidia, but nothing too serious yet, right? You can't say bears have showed up or anything at this moment because there's just little spots yet. But if we start getting, confirming that 4-hour downtrend, plus getting some volume coming in and breaking below these structures, what we have been forming for the last 2 weeks, right? This will be the first structure that bears need to break. This will be the second structure bears need to break. Then I would start looking for the bear side to potentially short on the next lower highs. So first, let the bear show up first. Then we can try to catch that lower high. When I miss a little bit of the move, what is better than trying to nail the top, right? If you're trying to nail the top here, right, every time you get stopped out, stop out, and versus trying to let them show up first and go from there. Yeah, even if we come down, right, come down to that break that 4-hour EMA 12 and break this first structure that we had, which is just this little sideways structure. We still got tons of room to form that daily higher low, right? This has been a daily uptrend. Even if we come down all the way here and bounce, we can still form lots of room for daily higher lows. So bears have a ton of work to do, even if they start doing that. So as of now, that's why I'm going to stay bullish until the chart shows me otherwise, right? We could just grind up forever, just like all the times we have been grinding up. Broader market usually favors the bulls. And yeah, so let's see how steep this daily consolidation is going to be, and we will take it from there. And let's get to look at more clues on the mega cap 7s to see where they're standing and potentially if they will help the market or not. If you guys want to learn more about techno analysis, head over to my YouTube page, and there's the Patreon link in the comments below. And if you guys want to learn one-on-ones or mentorships, check out that link. And if you just want to talk more about it or stocks, go to that 15-minute free call, and we can talk more about it. All right, let's take a look at Meta. So Meta, I talked about this last week, saying don't short all-time highs. Talked about this on everything. Don't short all-time highs because you don't know where it's going to be because there's no resistance above us, right? There's no reason. You can do your fib extensions, you can do everything you can, but it's still, you don't know where that real resistance is going to be until it shows up. You can try, right? For example, here, now we have something where it's like double top, right? You can place your stop loss just right above it, just in case, it flies over above it. You just get stopped off the small loss versus something when it's like just starting to break all-time highs over here, right? You don't have any signs where it's slowing down. It just keeps going until it shows potential tiny double top there, but that's about it. That's all you have at this moment. This could just rip next thing higher, break that double top easily as well. Yeah, so don't short all-time highs, but currently Meta is a lead bull for sure. And it's just going to keep going until it shows us otherwise. For now, no signs of slowdown yet. Last 2 days it's been pretty flat. It's been holding up better than the market as well. Market was down like 0.56%, and this was flat. So it was still relative strength. So once you see the Qs starts going, let's say it goes down 1%, the Meta goes down 2%, then that means this relative strength have been over, and now it's starting to shift to relative weakness. So as of now, no signs of that yet. Now it's still relative strength. So we'll take it as a lead bull and just let it play out. And support, if it comes down, this is still going to be active support at 543. Right? Very clear resistance. Very clear resistance. Very clear resistance. Now we've broken above it. Bulls want to see that active support when we do come back and test that level. Tesla, let's see. Lead bull as well. So once we broke out of that equilibrium tiny range here, that was bad. Like here, last we talked about this back test, bounce, and I said that as long as the uptrend is intact, no signs of red flags, we'll be testing this structure, low of the structure. And then once we get over that, we'll be testing the high of this structure. So currently we're just testing the high of the structure at 260. There is a chance where we may form some kind of weekly equilibrium. Weekly equilibrium is a tiny range. Let's go to the weekly chart here. So a tiny range on the weekly just means that each move is within the prior move. So see how this big move up, this is a big move down, and this is a big move up. So each move is within the prior move, is smaller than the prior move. And if it forms that, it might tighten up like this. But no signs of that yet for now, because you would need to confirm at least a 1 hourly downtrend for me to say, okay, this may potentially be trying to go the other way. For now, we're literally just close the high of the day. So no signs of that yet as of now. And if we do break above this high, then it negates that structure. That would be exactly what the bulls want to see. If we break that high, we have a solid, see if we have a solid monthly uptrend if we break that high. Yeah, we'll have a, if we can break that high, it'll be the first monthly uptrend Tesla has confirmed ever since probably years ago. So yeah, that high is actually very key. So if Tesla bulls can break above this prior high, then that's a monthly uptrend confirmed. And we'll likely get more follow through from there. And it will negate that equilibrium tiny range. So we'll see. But if the broader market starts to pull back, right, the Q starts to tanking, right, Tesla's not going to be able to hold up. And then that may be the start of that tiny range that we're talking about. But if the market keeps on grinding up slowly, then it won't be a headwind for Tesla, and Tesla can stay in its relative strength. Then it has a chance to break this this prior high. So Tesla also a lead bull. Amazon also a lead bull as well. You can see it's almost coming up to its all-time highs. So broke bear out of this rising wedge. The only reason I'm keeping it is because when it comes up to it, it might back test as a resistance. So keeping this kind of acting as, see if it comes up as a resistance. But for now, this one's acting as resistance. Goes all the way back here, right? Rejection, rejection, rejection. And that is also right under the all-time high structure here. So it doesn't make sense. We pull back for 2 days, but and now we're back testing this prior resistance. Now we want to see bulls act as support. So let's see if Amazon can actually bounce here, pretty much right at the spot on Monday or Tuesday, and have this sideways structure act as support. You can see all these volume here, which is exactly this structure. And we want to see that now acting as support because we have broken above it. Let's see this back test, act as support, bounce back up, and potentially retest this all-time high structure. If Amazon can do that, then it will definitely help the Qs and potentially get the Qs to make new recent highs. But for now, it's still holding okay. No signs of structural change yet. Still in the daily uptrend. Everything's still intact. Still solid. And Google are the lead bear. talking about this leap bear for a while, and everyone is like trading up here, except Google is trading all the way down here. So ever since this downtrend, right, we still keep going, and it finally broke above it here. Now we can't even get back above this structure yet. So this is pretty much that battle between bulls and bears here. And we haven't gone over it for 2 days. You can see this double top here, right around this 165. So bulls need to get over this 165 and then break above 168, because they can't do that. They're really not doing anything. We might get something like an inverse head and shoulders here. Right, let's say we pull back slightly, market pulls back slightly as well. Then we get that support, inverse head and shoulders, which is a bullish pattern. This is just a downtrend into an uptrend. Then we would potentially break this 167, 168 zone, or it can just fly through it. That would be the best case. But for now, we rejected it twice, but Google was a leap bull on Friday because market was down 0.5 and Google was up 0.75. So maybe Google is starting to get some relative strength. But that's just for 1 day. So we don't want to assume. If it starts to do that, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then okay, we might see some money rotating back to Google, and we will break this level. So we'll see about that. But for now, if it pulls back, then that inverse head and shoulders level is the support I'm looking at, and the resistance is this 168 high that I want to break above for resistance. All right. So Google's a leap bear, and Microsoft is very choppy. Kind of ugly, but these candles for some reason doesn't look right. But I mean, it's gone up so much in this move. Taking a little bit of break is okay. So there's still a bull flag, right? Move up, down, as long as it's above 0.382, it's a bull flag. Bounce there, and it kind of didn't really do anything. So if it can stay in this range and then break out from there, then that's a bull flag confirmed. So as long as it holds above this 426 level, it should be fine. But it's getting a little bit weak on this bounce last couple of days. It's kind of the same as the market, so not that weak, but still it's bringing down the market a little bit here. So let's see, yeah, hold that 164 and get that bull flag going, because if it breaks 164, that's a daily downtrend confirmed. Then we might likely head a little bit lower down to these 424 zone. And if we can hold that, then we may potentially come back up to test the high of this bull flag around this 441 to potentially break the bull on this bull flag. If Microsoft can break bull on this bull flag, Qs are definitely making new. Qs will definitely go up and test all-time highs. This structure right here. Yeah, if Microsoft breaks that bull flag, we're looking at 500 for Qs to test these levels. But for now, we'll have to see if Microsoft can pull it off. All right. Take a look at Apple. So Apple really not doing that much, but looking solid, right? Market is just slow grind. Apple is just going sideways as well. So just doing its thing, tightening up as well. So you get that big tightening range. So big move up, big move down, big move up, get smaller and smaller. Kind of just, yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect like this, where I drew like this, right? It doesn't have to chop exactly in it like that. But the idea of the tightening range just gets tighter and tighter and tighter, and then it will break out of that range very soon. So let's take a look. Yeah, and no signs of red flags. Everything's chart is still intact, just under all-time highs. And so if Apple breaks all-time highs, Microsoft gives us bull flag, then Qs are probably going to head to all-time highs. For bears, you want to break below Wednesday's low, and that'll be like a tiny downtrend confirmed, daily downtrend if you break Wednesday's low. But right now, yeah, and for bulls, just break all-time highs. Try to get this double top. You can see on Friday's top, and this top is a double top currently underneath this all-time high top. So bulls need to get over 233, and bears break Wednesday's low. That is 224. That'll come from a daily downtrend. Potentially, you get a little bit of momentum, maybe towards 217. All right, let's take a look at last one, Nvidia. The most important one because this guy always moves the whole semiconductor sector, and the whole semiconductor sector will move the Qs, at least with the fuels of it. So we kind of got over this downtrending line that we had, visual guys, where we had this big tiny range, right? But not much follow through, so kind of don't like that. Yeah, that was in the Thursday's gap up after hours. So volume wasn't really traded during market hours. During market hours, it was dropping. So that's not as good of a sign. Just, yeah, no, this would be like a breakout above. You can see the back test. So this came up, right? And this was the back test. Back test, bulls bounce. You can see the lower wicks. Bulls try to hold it once. And then this back test again, twice. Can hold over it. And then we just kind of roll over. So I would say that's a bull break lacking follow through. And the liquidity was overnight as well on the bull side. So that means a lot less volume was on this upside and a lot more selling on the downside. So that's not also not a good sign. But as long as we hold above this structure, 118, 119, where it was the prior resistance, right? Very, very clear. Resistance, reject, resistance again, reject, resistance again, reject, right? Prior resistance around this 119 zone. Finally broke above it. Now we're coming back down to back test that 119. So far holding it, right? You can see NVIDIA held this on Friday. So for bulls, hold 119, this level. This Friday's low above the structure. Bears break below that, cut through this 116, then you have a chance of probably coming down to this 106. But you have to break this 116 structure first as well. So pretty much break this sideways structure for any real meaning in terms of the structural damage. Bulls come back above, break Friday's high, potentially retest this high, which is right underneath this structure, right? This high was pretty much in this structure of resistance. And yeah, let's see if bulls can pull it off. Bulls can pull it off. Nvidia and Apple and Microsoft heading higher, and all three of those, then Qs are definitely hitting all-time highs. But if Nvidia breaks this 119 and then 116, right, market's not gonna go to all-time highs. Market's gonna probably drop quite a bit. So we will see how that ends up playing out. But as now, structure is still okay. No signs of red flags as long as it holds 119. All right, so I am a cautious bull, and as long as the bull chart keeps telling me bullish, right, we're having an uptrend, then I'll continue to stay with the charts and not have my own bias. But I'm cautious because of the signs. It's just not really doing much lately, but we'll see. Who knows, right? And we can have a 2.5% up day, and next thing you know, Monday or Tuesday, or 2%, 5% down day. So just whatever the chart tells us to do, we will react to the charts. But for now, everything's an uptrend, intact, and bears had their chance. Right, this was such a big move down that they were supposed to take this lower. This was their chance down here, but they couldn't. So right now, I'm just, we're back in a weekly uptrend. So I'm not gonna fight the bulls when the bulls telling me that we're in a weekly uptrend. And bears had their chance down here where they could have broken that and head lower from such a big range here. And they didn't. So yeah, so I'll stay on whatever the chart side tells me, but I'm very cautious here. And so yeah, we'll see how it goes next week. And I'll update you guys on the commodities tomorrow. So have a great rest of you guys' weekend. And feel free to comment below if you have any questions, or like and share and subscribe. And take care. Bye.